go. A little late starting the stream, but I had to take care of some personal stuff. Alright. Probably be a short stream today. Forgot about this. Yeah. I don't know why I keep doing that. Let's go do this. There we go. Trying to think. Probably after these two story quests, I'll probably stream something else for tomorrow. I'm doing good. Yeah. Time to go. Time to see the man himself. There you go. Alright. Hopefully you're doing good.
Oh? I didn't think I would see you here.
Are these two
that
your friends?
Yes. We had the fortune of meeting not too long ago. They are quite a knowledgeable and talented pair, and a pleasure to be around. Traveler, we were just discussing the history of Rex Lapis. Would you like to listen?
This, good
I'll
sir,
listen to
seems not
any
to appreciate
story,
the
Zhongli.
almighty power of the Lord of Geo. As a professional archaeologist, I'm inclined to correct some of his erroneous views. We are discussing the whereabouts of the first Mora.
The first Mora?
As everyone knows, the Lord of Geo taught the ancient people of Liyue the craft of smelting, creating goods that allowed them to develop trade with the early nations of that time. Today, Liyue holds the sole right to cast Mora in the entire continent of Teyvat. The world's very first Mora should have been cast by the hands of the Lord of Geo himself thousands of years ago.
According to my research, as well as my own hypothesis, I believe that this coin of unique historical significance has been passed down secretly through the years as a kind of token. For example, perhaps the Qixing who control the Liyue use it in some kind of unknown ceremony they hold when they come to power.
No, no, no. My research indicates that the first Mora coin is not such a simple thing. Mora is a catalyst. This we all know. Even today, Mora is used in the mystic arts for its curious properties of weapon enhancement. The world's first Mora would no doubt possess the strongest power. My next historical treatise will boldly expound on the newest findings from my intense decade-long research. That is, that the Lord of Geo used this original Mora as a catalyst to enhance a dagger and a sword.
This man doesn't look old at all.
A sword?
Well, buy the book when it comes out to read the full story.
What is this voice?
For now, I will only reveal this. The one who finds the dagger shall become supreme in Liyue, and the one who finds the sword may be crowned Liyue's sovereign.
I can't say I agree. Let us not speak of the authenticity of the dagger and sword first. But Mora and money came about simply because they are a convenient measure of a contract's value. Rex Lapis just meant for Mora to serve as a catalyst for people to exchange and trade. The world's first Mora is probably just an ordinary coin created by Rex Lapis. As for its fate, the same as all Mora, I suspect. It was simply spent somewhere.
I think that Mr. Hanshua's hypothesis seems reasonable. Mr. Zhongli's argument, on the other hand, lacks any evidence. How can you so easily dismiss the Lord of Geo's profound foresight?
No, I am not debating right or wrong. I am simply stating
if only
a
these
fact.
people knew.
Enough. Do you think you understand the Lord of Geo more than me?
Actually,
I know but little about history, and I wouldn't dare to brag. But discussion is meaningless if everyone has the same opinion, no?
Well then, answer me this. Long ago, when Liyue Harbor was being constructed, the Lord of Geo taught the people how to build houses. The model home he used to teach them was completely cast from Mora, correct?
That is correct, indeed.
Okay, then tell me. Why would the Lord of Geo do something so extravagant, if not because of the mystical power that Mora contains?
There's a simple explanation, really.
I know.
To the god of wealth and commerce,
he is essentially...
what material is
Zhongli
easier
is
to get
essentially
than
bragging that he knows it. He doesn't want to play off the fact he is the Geo Archon himself. I love that.
I mean, I am talking about Rex Lapis.
Excuse me, sir. I have some questions about archaeology. Can we find somewhere quiet to chat? I mean, if it's okay with you.
Oh, it's no problem at all. But may my friend accompany us? Perhaps they could be of some help.
Good story.
Of course. They can come if that's what pleases you, sir. Let's go.
God, I forgot about this story quest. I forgot how funny this one goes. Well, not funny, but just interesting.
What I'm about to say is a bit disrespectful of the Lord of Geo and would draw a lot of
Oh,
angry
so you're gonna
looks.
say it even more in front of his
So it's best
face?
to discuss this somewhere quiet.
Smooth. Real
Your
smooth.
argument just now exhibited acuteness of speech and thought. Most importantly, you don't fall for the boasting and acting of the others. You remain objective. So I have a question for you. Perhaps you will answer differently from other scholars. Do you think that all the gods that the Geo Archon killed were evil?
Let's not analyze it in terms of good versus evil. Rex Lapis placed great importance on the integrity of contracts. So any gods he killed certainly must have broken some kind of contract.
Right! The Lord of Geo wouldn't kill the innocent.
But when I was doing some research, I learned about the legend of the god of salt. The god of salt, Havria, was a very kind god, but she encountered Morax one day in battle. Morax used a rather underhanded trick to assassinate her.
What? No way!
This bit of history is a long story. But you may not like the truth when you hear it.
Don't worry, please tell me what you know. This event, I've already searched for answers for a long time.
Quite so. I don't know where to begin.
But what is the total count that of
Mr.
people
Zhongli,
he's
I've
killed
been looking for you.
during that war?
Ah, so you're over here all this time.
I smell a rat.
Put down your weapon and stay back. Otherwise, Hymon's reporting you to the Millilith.
Man, that's gonna
I'm
be
not
impressive.
holding a weapon.
Buddy, you really
There's
should.
no need to overreact now.
I'm sorry,
I'm simply
you
an
Fatui are too
archaeological
obvious.
researcher from Snezhnaya.
God.
I'm not here for trouble.
The Fatui say that every time.
But this time,
Yes, they
I
do.
registered with the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs. I could show you the official documentation if you want to see it.
So what?
I will be
A piece of
conducting
paper
an
saying you're not gonna
archaeological
stab me in the
survey
back?
here, the results of which will all be shared with the Ministry. I heard that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor had a consultant named Zhongli with immense knowledge of ancient history and archaeology. So I paid Wangsheng Funeral Parlor a handsome amount to hire Zhongli as my own consultant while I'm in town.
So you mean to say that this is work for the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, yes?
Why don't she Paimon floats so she could just float across the ocean? That could be the reason.
Well, since it's work, I don't have a choice. A consultant of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor must respect their duty.
Of course you would be such a reasonable man.
Where's the
well,
coffin?
Then let's head out now, shall we?
Let's hurry up and get the coffin for this man.
If you were studying archaeology, can I go too? I am also a scholar in this field, so I can help.
That will give us a chance to continue the topic we were just discussing.
Yeah, let's not forget bonus quest.
Tag along
the
too.
mention of Paimon just floats.
This experience may be of help to you on your future adventures. It is a story from before the rise of the Seven. Although the god of salt has already perished, it will still be a meaningful experience for your journey.
Interesting.
Wait, this is an archaeological expedition, not a tour group. That's too many people.
Yeah?
But this friend of mine has a treasure-finding talent.
Yeah,
surpassed
you want
by
me to
no
kick your
one.
butt?
It will surely be of great help to us.
Oh? What talent?
If my friend espies a treasure chest, they will absolutely find a way to open it.
Hey, Paimon's good at that too!
Well, that is quite enticing. All
Face
right,
palm.
well, let's go. There's no time to waste. When the Overlord of the Vortex was crushed by the Jade Chamber recently, perhaps something of interest was washed ashore. An ancient artifact would be good. Traces of ancient activity would be great. But a piece of the god's limb would be even better. Who knows what surprises we may find.
Wow. Talk about shady. Let's think, could this man sound any more shadier? What a
This
sight.
place looks so ordinary. Can we really find anything valuable here?
Huh? Paimon thinks it looks really grand.
I don't mean the scenery, but rather that there should be something out of the ordinary. A big battle did just occur and all, and I don't even know where to begin looking here.
Guyan Stone Forest is actually the perfect place to be, if you wish to learn about the gods or the history of the Archon War. Legend has it that Rex Lapis threw spears made of large rock into the sea here, piercing and crushing the Overlord of the Vortex. After many years of wind erosion, those stone spears have turned into the unique rock formations we see now.
These mountains were the Lord of Geo's weapons?
What we see now is just the part of them that remains. The stone spears hurled by Rex Lapis all those years ago were much greater, both in number and in size. But due to the different angles they landed at, their large centers of mass, erosion by seawater, and years of gravity, many of them have been completely swallowed by the sea. So besides wind erosion, the initial collapsing of the stone spears also played a big part in the formation of Guyan Stone Forest.
Well, a god able to fight one so powerful as Rex Lapis was certainly very strong in its own right.
Indeed. This is where the value lies in research at Guyan Stone Forest. Most of the objects from that time were lost to the sea. But the gigantic waves created by the Overlord of the Vortex have given those sunken objects a chance to see the light of day again.
So you're saying that if we look carefully, we'll be able to get very, very rich I mean, rich with archaeological knowledge and historical value. Yes.
Real smooth,
That's
pal.
all I see in life. Since we brought so many people, I think it would be best to split up and look.
Okay then. I will go with my friend here. Although I have a smattering of knowledge in various disciplines, when it comes to archaeology, I can't compete with the expert here.
Huh? Me?
What's the matter? This is your profession. Why are you so surprised?
I get it. I'll escort him then.
Okay. If we find anything valuable or rare, let's meet on the shore opposite from here.
Maybe there's some more under a rock.
The ancient god probably left behind lots of elemental marks. Following them should make our search much easier.
Well, go ahead then. Use your elemental sight to look for any marks.
Aw, dang it. Let me make sure I... Okay. Yeah, I'm ready soon. Hello.
We're way behind schedule.
Nowhere to hide. Speed up pace.
I don't know where that went. And of course I'm getting electrocuted from the water. Yeah. These windshields are so annoying.
Speed up. Speed up pace.
I was about to say, camera, I would appreciate to be zoomed out, not in Kaching's head. As much as I would love to know what's going on inside her head, I don't want to know.
Stone Forest is a place where a god was defeated, and its remnants still affect the area to this day.
What was that? Oh. So what was that? I guess it was a dendril slime being thrown at me.
They're gathering together here. But why?
See that object in the center? Perhaps it emits the remnant strength of the god. That would serve.
I hate these things so much. I think no one enjoys fighting these things at all.
I must put my personal feelings aside. Go ahead. Defeat them and recover the relic.
Oh god. Yeah. This ain't fun. I don't know who thinks fighting these things are fun. Whoever they are, they're a psycho. God. I remember trying to get that achievement, which is the one for not getting hit by those bombs. Not fun. That's not fun achievement. I would say, seriously,
it's just
not
a stone slab, but its design is quite unique.
Yeah.
This should be enough to garner some information. Let's head back.
Come on. Alright. Alright, Nitwit. What do you have to say?
You call yourself a scholar of archaeology? You can't even recognize this or that. What are you good for?
We all have our areas of expertise. I already tried very hard to explain.
Oh, stop arguing! What in the world happened?
This girl just keeps bragging about how she's an archaeologist, but she doesn't even know anything about the surrounding ruins. I even know more than her. She left me to rely solely on guessing, experience, to find anything valuable to take back. Ugh, what a waste of time.
I've just been researching the god of salt, so I'm not familiar with sea relics. Is that so strange? And you kept asking about how much Mora everything is worth. Can the value of relics only be measured in Mora?
Isn't measuring their value in Mora the easiest way? This also matches the traditions of Liyue, does it not?
Now, calm down. No need to make a fuss. We were able to bring back some intriguing objects. Let's have a look. Oh, what a shame. These objects were indeed washed ashore by the Overlord of the Vortex, but they have nothing to do with the god besides being in the vicinity at the time. The stone slab we found, however, has a mysterious pattern and faint aura of divine power. Perhaps it will be useful for research purposes.
Quick, give it to me.
And why should
At
I?
least we didn't come for nothing. The power of the gods, yes! This is good. Oh, but these other objects are certainly worth a little something, right? It should be enough to cover the cost of hiring you. It's all mine.
So, it's only valuable for research if there are remnants of divine power on it?
I'm just thinking,
Not at all.
I was just
My
thinking
quest
this
to
guy is
uncover the
Mr.
history of the
Krabs
god of
from
salt is
SpongeBob.
because history can tell us about culture and beliefs.
Money.
But you? You're just trying to use archaeology to get rich.
Nonsense. I'm a
Perfect time to
professional
talk about
archaeology
money.
researcher from Snezhnaya. I swear. If I'm lying, may the Lord of Geo strike me down.
You really shouldn't say that right next to the person. Really shouldn't say that next to him. Especially when he's standing next to you.
Oh, by the way, you probably don't want to sell that teacup.
Oh? Why's that?
That's not an ancient teacup. It's part of Ningguang's collection. It must have fallen here along with the Jade Chamber. So unless you want to mess with the cheesing...
Yeah,
see.
after what
What a
y'all
shame.
did,
It was of such high quality, too.
See? You do want to sell these objects.
So what? Why can't I pursue wealth both intellectual and material? Don't be so simple-minded.
'Cause
All right, then.
that
no need
doesn't
to stay
work.
here any longer. I'm rather quite intrigued by the God of Salt, too, actually. Let's go to Saltarai
Oh, God.
next.
Oh boy. Wow, I wish he could flinch. There we go. I don't understand. Out of like all the gods they could have made up, they go with this one. God of Salt. Just over here laughing about that name or title, I should say. Bye. Not interested in fighting y'all.
I heard that Salterai was once the home of the god of Salt's people. Therefore, there's sure to be loads of valuable relics nearby.
According to legend, the people of the god of
Oh,
Salt,
I'm sure there are.
Avria,
In real
enjoyed
life.
prosperous lives
It's
under her
just,
protection.
it's just hard to think that
But
logic
this legend has been around
and
for
take it
ages,
serious.
with the
It's
countless
like-
scrap collectors
so it's something
and
to
treasure
laugh
hoarders
at.
in the area.
To get a good
There
laugh out of.
probably aren't many valuable things left here.
Oh, good. That's just great. If I knew it was picked this clean before, I wouldn't have come.
About that, I know there's a ruin deep in this cave here. It's related to the god of
Salty as
salt,
much.
which is actually how the area originally got its name of Salterai. However, the ruin entrance has been sealed by a mysterious power. Nobody has been able to break the seal. I found a mechanism that seemed to be related to the seal, but when I undid the mechanism, the seal wasn't affected at all. So at the moment, the seal's origin and how to break it are very important topics in my research on the god of salt. I don't know, there's no concrete evidence, but I'm pretty sure the seal is meant to hide some kind of long-forgotten truth. The god of salt was a benevolent
It's
god,
definitely
adored by the
long-forgotten.
people, not to mention powerful.
It's probably
She
meant
wouldn't
to be
have
forgotten.
any kind of shameful secrets to hide. So, the one who wants to hide some truth is very possibly her killer, Morax.
This doesn't sound like something the Lord of Geo would do, though.
Who cares about all that? It sounds like countless treasures of the god of salt lie within this ruin, just waiting for someone to find them, right?
You weren't listening at all, were you? Ugh. Even if there's a mountain of treasures inside, nobody can get in if the seal isn't broken.
Ah, but we have the illustrious Mr. Zhongli with us. He looks like he knows just about everything. A little seal shouldn't be any trouble for him.
This seal seems to be quite ancient. Even Mr. Zhongli may not know all of its secrets.
I may know something about it.
What?
Over the years, I've heard various rumors with bits of knowledge about seals. Although their references seem rather disorderly, they do in fact contain the secret to breaking seals. Let's go take a look at the mechanism Miss Wanyan just mentioned.
Okay, since Mr. Zhongli says so, follow me then.
Alright. I'll also do this since I'm here. Even though I do not enjoy fighting him. I don't even know what's going on. No big deal like you do.
I'll protect us. Don't blink. Nowhere to hide. To the tape.
No?
Don't blink.
There we go.
Here it is. There's some debris scattered here that, when put together, look like they definitely had to do with the god of salt. According to the inscription on the side, if one looks
There.
from a certain angle, the secret to the mechanism will be revealed. See that? Although we activated the mechanism, nothing happened to the seal.
That's because there's actually another mechanism that must be activated.
place seems familiar. Huh, I remember. I think there's some elemental monuments here. So you're saying they're related to all this? When I investigated the seal last time, I had someone with a vision accompany me. But when we lit up all the elemental monuments, nothing happened.
That's because you don't just need to activate them at the same time, but in a certain order as well. Otherwise, the seal will not be broken. The secret to this puzzle is hidden in the legends about the Archon War. Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north. All desolate and devoid of life. Liyue is vast, yet even one haven is hard to find.
To the north, to the east. Do the people of Liyue always talk in riddles?
I think I've heard this
for
saying before.
you idiots.
Certainly you have.
For that
And
measure.
the contents of this saying are also related to the god of salt. To provide a haven for her people, whose lives had been ravaged by the Archon War, this benevolent god searched all across Liyue. At that time, with the chaotic fires of war engulfing the land, even one sliver of peace was a luxury. And that haven she eventually found is right here. Today, it is known as Sal Turai.
How sad then. In the end, this peaceful place was destroyed by Morax.
Okay, enough with these ancient stories. Now that we have the clue, hurry up and break the seal. Whatever happened doesn't matter as long as we can get inside that ruin.
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north. With this clue, you should be able to solve the puzzle.
Hopefully I can remember.
Another?
Let me lead the
Deal
way.
with this. There. Alright. I feel bad for this guy. This guy was just messing around and suddenly he's on a popsicle.
Look! The seal really was broken! Mr. Zhongli is indeed quite remarkable.
It was nothing, really. Now, it's time that people learn the hidden truth lost to time.
Oh, hello. Just because I feel like kicking your ass. Oh yeah, I forgot. I think it was today. I did a few pulls today and got Razor, finally. Wasn't expecting it. Alright, down we go. Oh yeah. Oh, believe me,
Before entering the
I use
ruin,
Razor in my other account.
I have a proposal That will
He's
help us
essentially my
prevent
main
the
right
kind
now.
of senseless arguing between you two that we saw at Guyonstone Forest.
Okay. What is it?
I propose you two agree upon a contract, stipulating that we alternate who gets claim to each treasure we encounter, with only one object permitted per claim. To show my sincerity, I won't be taking any treasure. This will just be between you all.
Hey! Don't pass an opportunity like this up so easily!
I don't agree. I mean, you want me to split the treasure with this amateur archaeologist? No, absolutely not.
I don't agree either. He will only defile the precious relics left behind by the god of salt. I can't accept this.
Well then, if the contract is not agreed upon, I will no longer serve as your consultant on this expedition. You will have to rely on your own experience to find whatever treasures are hidden in this ruin, as well as traps.
You have the audacity to demand this. Okay then. Even half of the treasure in the long-sealed ruin of the God of Salt should be enough to make a fortune.
If you want me to agree upon this contract, so be it. I just have one request, Mr. Zhongli.
Yeah, boy.
If we discover the truth behind the God of Salt, you must judge it fairly, even if the truth harms Morax's image.
I can accept this arrangement. Well then, let's go.
Yeah. Honestly, I just prefer Razor, just because, like, being able to attack at faster attacks, have that faster attack speed, is really ridiculous. It's a bit ridiculous.
Speed of light! Hey!
Thought there were chests somewhere. There we go. Oh, there it is. I find it funny because knowing how I got Razor today was really ironic. I get him on the Ganyu's banner, not the standard banner. Which is really weird. Oh, hello. Ow.
Nowhere to hide.
So this, real quick. What? How's... What? This makes no sense. How's one slime higher level than the other? Yeah, which is funny because I think I go into the standard banner to do a roll and I get Fischl. Knowing it was a constellation for her. I think it was the second constellation from Fischl. It's like, okay, what is this luck? Oh, finally got that. Cool. Need more core lapis anyway. I don't know. I have no clue why it is. Could be probably your internet or something else. Could be something on Twitch's end. Who knows? I do not want to be in the water.
Don't blink. With sword comes shadow.
There, slimes. Yeah, I was like, oh. Like it's, for me, it's showing perfectly fine. It's probably just something on Twitch's end. It's probably just them having hiccups right now. Man, really wish I had a Claymore user right now. Thank you. Oh yeah. Man, now I do wish I had Razor upgraded now, because this would be a lot more easier to break these. Well, at least now I know where to farm some core lapis. Oh, there it is. Don't really need lotus heads. Oh god. There we go. Don't really care, because we'll get Zhongli as Geo. Yeah. I think if I remember this during this quest, I think Zhongli is like the new spear they put in the game. God, this is so terrifying. Yep, yes, that spear. Oh my good lord, those artifacts. Just curious what he had. I like that. Oh, during the... Don't know. God.
Are these statues?
No. These are people. Ugh. They were probably followers of the god of salt.
Hello. What's up?
This way?
What in the world
God.
is hidden deep in this ruin?
God, I can't wait for those changes. Just now realize that.
Stabilize. Rise.
There we go. There we go.
Look at this. It's filled halfway with salt.
Just looks like a fancy salt holder. Seems like the god of salt was a god lacking in treasures.
According to my knowledge, it's no ordinary vessel. Although it is only half full, it is also forever half full. That is to say, it is bottomless.
What? You're saying that even if I pour the salt out, the amount inside won't change?
Exactly.
Able to produce endless salt. The god of salt is powerful indeed.
Finally, after all that effort, I've found precious treasure. I claim this as mine. I just need to pour the endless salt into 1,000 or 10,000 bags. I can sell it and make a fortune.
Hey, how can you use a relic of the god of salt for such a shallow pursuit?
If Mr. Clement wants this salt chalice, then the next object we find will belong to Miss Wanyan, according to the contract agreed upon.
Of course, as we agreed. But how can anything be worth more than this rare find?
Since we have a contract, it's no use for me to fight with him.
Then let's move on, shall we?
Alright. God, I forgot how good his animations are for his spear. Hello. What's up?
Stabilize.
Get down here.
I
No.
will have order.
God. Hi. I think there's a chest after this. Oh yeah.
Quake.
Probably the coolest thing that does. That's such a cool thing that you can use those pillars for.
Just a simple ruler. It doesn't look to be worth anything.
This, if I remember correctly, this is some kind of measuring tool.
Indeed. But the god of salt imbued it with another power. When you stick this ruler in the ground, the surrounding area will become covered in salt, much like a rising tide covers the earth. The deeper it is stuck in the ground, the more salt will appear. It is essentially a bumper harvest of salt.
What?
Jesus.
That's even better than the salt chalice.
Well then, according to our contract, the salt ruler goes to Miss Wanyan.
No, unacceptable. I paid for and organized this entire expedition. Why should I get the short end of the stick? And this girl has been useless. Why would she get anything?
Oh boy, here we go again.
Alright, bring it on.
So you are saying you want to break the contract?
So what if I break it? Now that I've seen how the mechanisms in this ruin work, I no longer need you. Let's not forget who hired who here. Why should I let you make the rules?
It's the wrath of the rock.
Because you agreed to a contract. Rex
As I'd say, I didn't know
said,
Dwayne Johnson was here.
Ones who break their contracts shall suffer the wrath of the rock.
That is one of your Liyue gods. I am from Snezhnaya. I
Will suffer the wrath of the rock. You may find it rather unpleasant.
This is a funny way of saying rock, paper, scissors. Oh, hello. No. Pay this, sucker. No, he's here. On. There we go. Come on.
Crumble. I will have order.
Bye. god, 24,000. That is absurd amount of damage. Bye.
Run from death.
Stood no chance.
Your treasure as well. You are not worthy to continue any further into the ruin. Leave this place.
Yeah, no kidding. That's a lot of damage.
Just you
Also, how did he become that? I really want to ask the question. How did he become that guy? And he just changes back to this.
He could only pretend for so long. Hey, Paimon likes Mora, but Paimon doesn't do bad things.
Clement's wrongdoing stemmed from greed, yes. But besides greed, there are many other things that may tempt us to break contracts. When people see the object of their dreams, how many are really able to control their desire and follow the contract? I think we should be honest with each other now.
Huh? Be honest about what?
That in truth,
Why is
not a
Paimon behind us?
single member of this archaeological expedition came here for archaeology.
Why do you say that?
Miss, you lack even the most basic archaeological knowledge, and can recognize naught but a few simple relics. However, you are an expert when it comes to anything regarding the god of salt. You aren't interested in archaeology or relics.
She's too salty.
What you're really interested in is the god of salt. I believe those legends about the god
that
of
is
salt
a terrible
that
joke.
you mentioned on the Pearl Galley are passed down between generations at Yinyuan Hall.
Okay, that's enough. Sir, you are indeed a man of great knowledge and talents.
Game, you're a jerk.
I seem to have
I
been
hate
right
seeing
to
that
seek you
chest in the
out
background.
Once I plucked up my courage. You're right. I'm not a scholar of archaeology. I come from one of the 8 trades under the jurisdiction of the Chising, Yinyuan Hall of the salt industry. Our ancestors were those protected by the god of salt all those years ago, when the Archon War engulfed the land in chaos.
Oh, right. Now that you mention it, the people of Liyue very seldom use the name Morax.
During the war, Morax assassinated our god out of envy for her power. He left us alone and lost in the world. We hate him.
Alright.
But this is Morax's Liyue after all. And its history is written as he wishes. So I seek proof of Morax's guilt. He has blood on his hands and cruelty in his heart.
How?
We agreed to a
Same.
contract that we will face the truth head on,
Zhongli.
didn't we, Mr. Zhongli?
Sure,
You
that's a
must
painful
judge this
thing.
history fairly.
Naturally, of course. But I must add, Liyue is no longer Morax's Liyue. Come with me. All the answers you seek lie ahead.
God, this country's pronunciation is the most the most questionable thing I've ever seen.
Crumble!
There we go.
Crumble!
There we go. You know what? I'm actually curious of something. Curious, what are all his stats? Oh my god. That is some crit rate and crit damage. 51% and 91% crit damage. Good lord. And of course he has Geo.
Osmanthus wine tastes
course he
the
has
same as I
smart.
remember.
Of course he has Geo damage. Because why would he?
Crumble!
My god. That that explains why he did so much damage. Hello. What's up? No! God. I hope his banner comes back. 1.3. Yeah, that is absurd crit rate. Like, even for some of the characters who their ascension increases their crit rate. Even for my Kaching, I think my Kaching is barely at that number. I think my Kaching is barely that number. Yeah. It's like I have 88 crit damage. I do not have anything close to that crit rate. Hello. Come on, get closer. I got a little present for you.
I will have order.
Yes, you will. God. I keep thinking about the trailer for Zhongli, where they showed off him petrifying and just insta-killing someone with this. Yeah, that's generally what happens when you drop a, well, I was gonna say a rock, but a meteor on someone's head. That's generally how it goes.
This is order.
God. That is probably one of the best lines. Nothing awkward here, just quickly swapping to Ganyu. Oh, whoops, wrong button.
Solidify.
Yeah, here. No. Cut the nonsense. Forgot about that. I forget if you time that perfectly, you can have that spear doing that last hit and the combo spinning, which is very funny. That is very hilarious to watch. Watch that animation trigger while you swap to another character.
This is a sword? Aha! It's a broken sword! This is proof! This proves that the god of salt had to fight back against the evil Morax. But sadly, she was defeated. The power of this sword surely is much greater than that of the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler. If we can repair the sword, then we can show the world the mighty power of the god of salt.
It does look like something left behind after being defeated in battle.
2 pieces of a broken sword. From an archaeological perspective, these are 2 separate relics. According to the contract, you can only claim one.
God.
Why? We were alternating claims to treasure, true. But Clement is no longer here.
Yes,
But a contract is still a contract.
but the only one object per claim clause still holds true. You cannot take 2 relics at the same time.
This logic!
Zhongli, she seems like a good person, and no one is fighting over the treasure. How about you let this one slide, huh?
When there's a contract, nothing can be allowed to slide. If the contract is not
Rock
followed,
slide?
then it is broken.
Eh?
No! If I only take 1/2, then it can't be repaired, and the power of the god of salt cannot be restored. No matter what, I must be faithful to her. Even if it breaks the contract, I don't care.
So you are already decided? Then there is a price to pay for breaking the contract.
Zhongli!
That is to say, you consign yourself to suffer the wrath of the rock.
That's okay. The god of salt gave up her life to protect her people. My sacrifice is nothing compared to that.
Ma'am, do you not see what's
Punish me
going on
however
around
you
you?
want. Just let me take this proof of my faith.
No, you can't hit her!
Perhaps that punishment would be easier for her. But, as punishment, I will tell you the truth.
Huh? The truth?
The worst
You mean
punishment
the truth is
you
my
can imagine.
punishment?
Yes. The truth that I am about to tell you shall be your price to pay for breaking the
This
contract.
music.
I'm afraid to say that the god of salt, Havria, was not the powerful god you imagine her to be. Rather, she was a small and weak god who yielded to all other gods. When it came to war, she lost, never able to win a seat among the seven.
What?
During the Archon War, the gods of this world used all their strength and cunning to vie for control of Tevat. But Havria instead chose to flee. She thought that by giving up before a fight could start, she could save herself and her people from the war. However, during such a long war, there is no end to the advances of aggressors. After making countless concessions, Havria lost all of her lands, until only one small haven remained.
No. No! It can't be so.
In her last days, she had not even a single blade to defend her people with.
Not even a single blade? Then... this sword...
This sword is not a relic belonging to the god of salt, but is instead the murder weapon used to kill her.
Murder weapon? No! That's not true! That can't be true! You're trying to test my faith in the god of salt.
As I said before, I only state the facts.
Preposterous! You are a follower of Morax! Don't try to trick me!
Hey!
Jeez.
Hey! Come back!
Indeed. Otherwise, why would I use the truth as punishment? I did not want to tell her such cruel facts. But the contract was broken. Let's follow her deeper into the ruin.
Alright.
There, I fear,
God.
we will find something that will leave her no choice but to face the truth.
God. I just love Zhongli's voice actor. Such a great voice. Make sure I'm not forgetting something. Alright.
Are these statue thingies running? What will we find ahead?
Salt. And betrayal.
Honestly, perfect timing to say that. Ouch. That's all that can be said.
What are all these? What did they see? What did they do? What happened?
Since
let's
you do
find out.
not trust me, let us continue onward. That which lies beyond this door will show you all that happened back then.
Jesus. You didn't miss much.
This is the scene of the crime. Havria's body dissipated, leaving nothing but these traces of salt. Her dying moments have since been frozen in time to this very day. The story continues that some among her people realized at last that this gentle, kind, but weak god could never protect anyone in wartime. The Archon War was cruel in the extreme. Instead of consigning her to the agony of defeat, they thought perhaps it would be better to give her a quick release.
But what about these statue thingies?
Oh, it's
No
pretty
matter
obvious.
how
Paimon.
weak the god, the power that flows forth when they are slain is beyond the strength of mortal coils to bear. Those who could not flee were thus transformed. Those of her people who were untouched by this disaster left for Liyue, where they sought refuge with Rex Lapis. Their descendants feared Havria's remnants and lived in terror that she had laid upon them an eternal curse. So they risked their lives to come here, to break the sword, and offer up obeisances in hopes that her anger might be appeased. But they need not have done so. For how could a god who had never once resisted, even till the end, nurse hatred for her people in her heart?
Even if this is so, I can't. This must be a lie. A false history, all of it. Don't you dare try to shake
She
my
says
faith.
this while in front of what just happened a long time ago.
Yikes. Zhongli didn't show any mercy this time either.
Well, he is a
This
god,
is the
so what do you
price she
expect?
must pay. Yet I would not call it a bad thing. Judging by how she appeared, I fear that she will struggle for a time. But even if she may not escape that struggle immediately, simply no, indeed. How sharp of you. Yet this is not a matter of wisdom, only age.
Yeah.
Faith in a god,
God,
who
I
has
forgot how
already
old you are.
passed will do you no good. So it is for Havria. And so it is for Morax also. All right then. Now, would you like to accompany me in taking a trip to Guyonstone Forest?
God.
Huh? What do you want to do, Zhongli?
Hard to say he's a
Treading
grandpa.
old ground, telling old stories. One cannot help but be reminded of old acquaintances.
I wonder who those old acquaintances are, by chance. Besides, this man is too nice, dressing too nicely to be a grandpa. I feel like he'd be an uncle. Oh, it's like, what was I stuck on? God, I hope there's an Act 2 and an Act 3 for Zhongli's story. Because I would love to hear more of what happened. More stuff about him. Or that one store owner that knows everything. Probably. God. Zhongli's voice actor. Just love that voice of Zhongli. That's such a deep voice that I could fall asleep to if he read me a story. Alright. Man, I forgot how good every one of these story quests are. I forgot how good almost every one of them are. Yeah, you could say Ganyu's is good, but can you really say it's good compared to Tartaglia's story quest, where it's like more wholesome? Alright. God, I wish there was like a place to actually buy core lapis. Like, I definitely like Ganyu's story quest. It's definitely interesting. It makes me want to think, it now paints that image of, I want to see what she looks like when she's little. What she looked like when she was just little. It'd be adorable to see that. See a little baby Ganyu. Leave me alone. Stupid mages. Thank you. Yeah. That would be an adorable thing to see. It's already one thing that we have Chi-Chi.
I mentioned before that many gods of old have been sealed beneath the Guyan stone forest. The Adepti have presently handed Liyue over to mortals. And Havria's time was even further in the past.
4,700 years old,
probably? The Salt ruler that she left behind should not return to Liyue. To leave them here is to let them slumber. And it is also a homecoming. I ended an era with my own two hands. I've always wondered
how that's awesome view. Seeing Dragon's Spawn.
That which I ended.
That's an awesome
History
view.
records, but history may be changed. This incident proved that. Time is a mighty force, and history's twist in its flow. I need to find a better way of recording history in order to engrave
actual
its truth.
Story quest.
Stone carvings were one such ancient method.
Yeah, I think everyone saw this quest before Dragon's Spawn.
Immovable earth, even one such as myself. Someday we may all disappear.
Zhongli.
Wow, that's deep.
Therefore, I thought of you, traveler. You are one who crosses the celestial atlas, and who passes through countless worlds. If our history is engraved in your memory, it will one day accompany you into another world. As long as a traveler like you is able to record what happened, then a backup of sorts will exist for times and tides of Teyvat.
I was supposed to say, is Zhongli breaking the fourth wall?
Sounds like tough work.
Now then, it is time that we consigned both the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler to the sea.
Why do we need to throw them into the sea?
As I said before, this is the place to which the remnants of many bygone gods are consigned. This includes Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, who the Jade Chamber most recently returned to this ocean prison. Thousands of years ago, the Adepti and I fought against the turmoil that plagued every corner of this land. Guyan stone
After seeing
forest,
Xiao's trailer,
where I sealed many gods
still
with my
looks cool.
spears. After so long, naught but folk tales remain. Osial, you and I were foes, but our ancient grudge is but a bygone
Hey,
memory
Inazuma.
now.
What's up?
May that which Havria has left behind be yours to subsume. And thus another spark of divinity departs from Liyue. My legacy shall now be left to those who come after to debate.
Yeah, seeing that cutscene with Dragon's Spawn now loaded in, like rendered, was pretty funny. That's actually kind of cool. Compared to like Inazuma over here, which isn't rendered right now. Well, I assume that's supposed to be Inazuma. Assuming what everyone's going off the assumption for. Oh yeah. Alright. Time to start Ganyu's quest. Alright. I think I'm more hyped for it because it is Japan. So people like myself who have never been to Japan, I'm like, I can't wait to see how it's gonna look. Like, I'm hyped for every one of the new regions. I just wish they would get them done faster, but I'm sure it takes time to actually create those areas. I'm just wondering when they'll add Inozuma. I'll probably just do this and probably call it for the stream. This quest.
It's shocking how much work there is to do, even for the three of us.
And she's been handling it alone all along. The Qixing secretary clearly isn't an ordinary person.
Oh, that doesn't.
So frustrating.
The horns don't cross your mind?
You're just.
Aren't you
Okay.
Ningguang's servants? How come you're here?
We are Miss Ningguang's private secretaries, not servants.
Private.
Have you seen Miss Ganyu, traveler? It has been several days since Ganyu left for Joyun Karst. Even though the Qixing have made peace with the Adepti after the latter had denounced Liyue, they still want to pay their respects to the Illuminated Ones. They commissioned Ganyu as their envoy to deliver a letter to Joyun Karst and bring the Adepti the latest news about the crisis. Still, Ganyu should have been back to her usual responsibilities by now, but she's disappeared without a trace.
Is that so? Maybe Ganyu just took a little detour. Who can blame her after working so hard?
I'm afraid it's not very likely. Ever since we met Ms. Ganyu, she's been nothing but the most conscientious person in all of Liyue. Even when it's time for her annual leave, Ms. Ganyu stays on duty at Yuehai Pavilion saying there is still so much to do. She couldn't possibly be using her mission as an excuse to slack off.
Oh, Paimon sees how it is. But she's half Adeptus. She wouldn't get in trouble, right? Why do you look so upset?
It's because of this absurd workload of hers. When we first heard the three of us would be taking over for Miss Ganyu, we thought it would simply be a matter of changing our work environment.
We couldn't have imagined that Miss Ganyu's daily workload far exceeds what the three of us are used to doing. Speaking of Joyun Karst, traveler, I've heard that you can
How
go
many
in
people
and out
does it
there
take
as
to
you
screw in a
please.
light bulb?
Of course! We've been there lots of times.
Ah, that's good news. Could you go to
Yeah.
Joyun Karst and find Miss Ganyu for us? Preferably before we collapse under this workload. We're saved. I remember Miss Ganyu said that she'd be visiting Cloud Retainer's abode. You might as well start looking for her there. It's about time she came back to work. Otherwise...
No, perhaps we should go to Lady Ningguang first and bring up our overtime pay again.
Honestly, I think the only reason why this cutscene's probably so well done is probably because, you know, this was
Ganyu
after
left
they
to visit
situated
Cloud
themselves
Retainer.
after
Doesn't she live in
the
Mount
pandemic.
Alpha? We should hurry up. Paimon hopes we can find her there.
Alright. Jesus, that's so far. Alright. god. God, it feels like there's still so many secrets in these 2 regions right now. And it's hard to think that we'll eventually get more regions, the other regions added to the game.
Standing over there. That's Ganyu. We finally found her.
Nothing strange here, just the Ganyus hanging out. Nothing strange here.
Access denied.
Oh, I was like, where did that go? It's a conception.
You two. I did not expect to meet you here. Is it official or private affairs that bring you here? I shouldn't. I have left the human world. Please contact the Yua High Pavilion regarding matters concerning the commercial port.
Huh? You don't want to be the Qixing secretary anymore? But they're all waiting for you to come back!
That's why you're here? You want me to come back? I'm afraid you came here in vain.
What? Did something happen?
The clouds fold and unfold. The tide ebbs and flows. It was meant to be. When the Adepti entrusted humans with overseeing Liyue, I knew it was only a matter of time until I had to leave. My Adepti blood makes me unwelcome in Liyue Harbor. I delivered the letter and came back to Liyue Harbor, only to discover that I had been replaced by Baiwen, Baishao, and Baishu. Perhaps that mission of mine was just a pretext to remove me. Since the Qixing gave me a chance to leave with dignity, I decided to be tactful as well.
Oh my god.
I appreciate your kindness, but there's no need for your words of comfort. After 1,000 years away, I came back to Juyun Karst. Looking at the clouds floating among the mountains brings me peace of mind. I feel better now.
But...
Who disturbs the peace of these mountains?
Oh hey, Cloud Retainer.
Cloud Retainer? We're terribly sorry. We just...
One merely jests. One felt your presence the moment you set foot upon this land.
Wow, you Adepti really are impressive.
Come here to chat about the old times with Ganyu. It looks like you get along quite well.
Oh, never mind. Took me a second to register what that meant. Yeah, funny you just said that.
The matter leaves you at an impasse then. Not to worry. One is exceptional at seeking avenues
I feel
for
like Xiangling would not do that.
One has been one's own companion in idle talk for many a year. Yes. Since you are Ganyu's friends, tales from her youth shall one apprise you of, perhaps?
Oh, I know what I mean.
Retainer.
I know what you mean.
Nothing to be ashamed of. You were so cute as a child. One is most certain that your friends would like to hear of it.
Yeah, but who doesn't want a cooked Paimon?
Oh, Paimon wants to hear it.
Little Ganyu loved when the horns on the top of her head were caressed. When one was still taking care of her,
I can
one
imagine
was
her just
pestered
being.
most
I can
often
imagine
to
just
touch
petting her like a
horns.
pet.
She was elsewise loath to sleep.
Wow.
Plump she was back then. Why, when she stumbled while we ascended the mountain, she would roll down to the bottom like a little ball. The day Ganyu bumped into a pilgrim was the first time she saw a real human in the flesh. So fearful she was that she hid in a rock's cleft for 2 days and nights. One found her wailing of a monster she had seen.
Cloud Retainer? Forget it. It's about time for my training. I will take my leave.
Ah, one's intention was merely to relieve the awkward tension.
And you did the exact opposite.
Gotta
Impressive.
break the
Be
ice.
that so? Huh. But returning to Ganyu, most gladdened one is of your arrival. One cannot help but feel that remaining in Jueyun Karst shall not be good for her. One will tell you more about her, if you should permit it.
No, go on. I want to hear more.
Most benevolent among
God,
all
Jesus.
Adepti are the Qilin. They
forgot
drink
this is
only
loud.
spring water and eat only whole grain. But perhaps the mountainous dwellings of Adepti in Jueyun Karst might be too lonely for her human side. Under moonlight did one see her last. She stood by the precipice's edge, and upon the mist-veiled mountains she gazed. Her thin figure was immersed in the vast sea of clouds. One noticed her loneliness, and sought to convince her to go back to the human world. But just then, she said thus.
Liyue Harbor feels even lonelier than Jueyun Karst. When I look at the sea of clouds in Jueyun Karst, I merely feel the loneliness of a solitary cloud gazer. When I step into the sea of people in Liyue, I feel the loneliness of an inhuman that doesn't belong in the human world.
One did, by chance, hear this
God, that
much
volume.
of Ganyu's thoughts. Alone, she will find her predicament hard to conquer. One hopes that you will accompany her.
Oh, Retainer's right. We can't leave Ganyu depressed like that. Besides, Liyue hasn't given up on her. She's got it all wrong. Anyways, what's that training Ganyu was talking about?
She has sought to reclaim her Adeptus side since returning to Jueyun Karst. At her behest, one has organized training for her to achieve that end. She should be in the southern part of Mount Aozang right now, preparing for the trial.
Huh, is that so? Let's go take a look then.
God. I forgot that cutscene is so loud in my eardrums.
Next on the agenda... We're way behind schedule.
Wait, can I actually put this on the pressure plate? Dang it. Yeah, it was a cool
Born of ice
cutscene.
and frost.
Dang it. I keep messing that up. Dang it. I keep wanting to put this on the pressure plate to see if it actually weighs it.
Access denied.
Oh, that's awesome. That's actually cool. And it doesn't work on these pressure plates.
We're way behind schedule.
Oh, I didn't know. Who's the real one?
Why did you come here?
Well, that's mean.
Humans should not remain in the realm of Adepti for too long. Considering the kindness you have shown me, I can let you stay for the Adeptus training.
Yay!
This trial was prepared by Cloud Retainer. Its goal is to help me feel like an Adeptus again. The training is much to her signature style. I hope it won't make it seem like she is too unaware of the abilities of others.
Is it difficult?
No, I'm aware of your strength,
Nope.
Traveler. The power hidden within you is not inferior to mine. If you're ready, we shall begin the training.
There we go. Oh god, Jesus, I forgot about that. That's not what I want. I'm curious what she has. I forgot what she ended up having. Good lord. Jesus. So let's see. Begin to think they just give that artifact sent to almost every character that's near that to all the story quests. I'll worry about that off stream. I gotta find all those.
There's a lot of gliding around. It does feel like something Cloud Retainer would come up with.
There. It's still cool that I can actually hit a platform. I can hit a solid surface to do that.
Wow! Ganya's a really awesome shooter!
If you could see through the eyes of an Adeptus, you wouldn't be so surprised.
Let's see if I can hit that from all the way over here. Aw. I'm gonna keep trying. Oh, she curious. What are her stats? 70. Oh my god. 140 crit damage and 70% crit rate. What? Like, I understand she has the Skyward, the bow that has crit rate. That is absurd. Alright. There we go.
We've completed the task. What do you think? I agree. You possess many qualities similar to those of Adepti, despite having none of their blood.
Ganyu, what were you planning to do once your training was over?
The training's not over yet. The part prepared by Cloud Retainer is only the first trial.
Huh? So there are more trials prepared by other
Yeah, no
Adepti?
kidding.
No. The only Adeptus who can unlock my true potential is...
Who is it?
Conqueror of Demons.
Huh.
What a great way, just like,
Wow.
hey, here's the next character.
Cold-hearted loner? How come he's prepared a trial for you?
I'm not
I
surprised.
found him unapproachable at first, too. But I believe that being able to face him is an important part of my homecoming. He's already waiting for me. Come along if you're interested.
Of course we are. Let's go.
It's strange how 1.3 we're only getting one new character. That's it. We're not even getting like any new ones along with Zhao. Quickly. There. Just felt like moving that thing. Hey, Zhao. Would be nicer if you were actually wearing a shirt, but not really caring.
You're half an hour late. I see you still haven't abandoned the wrongful ways of humankind.
I'm sorry. I had a meeting with Cloud Retainer.
I don't need your explanations and don't require any mutual understanding between us. I'm just helping you with your training. That's all.
Zhao is such a strict teacher.
You're neither an Adeptus nor a human, always treading the line between the two worlds. It must create a lot of confusion. Instead of explaining yourself to me, you should face your true self.
I have nothing to hide.
The body and the mind are one. If something worries your mind, your body can help you find a solution. The trial I've prepared for you will explore the true potential of your body.
Yes. I'm ready.
Alright.
The trial's begun. Paimon can feel
Oh
it in
yeah, I
the air.
wonder if...
Even the weather's changed.
I forgot. I wonder if this is like the easier way of getting struck by lightning. Well, I already got the achievement anyway. I'm wondering if this is how you can get it. It's such a weird achievement, and it feels like that achievement is intended for Inazuma, of all places. Yeah, Alright. Freeze. That was a terrible... Ow! I deserved that. I deserved that pun. I deserved that for making that pun. Oh, I was like, am I getting shocked? Did I answer the question?
Blaze over.
There, let's do this real quick.
Ready, steady, go!
These stupid bubbles. Hate them. There we go. frozen. No. There we go. There we go. Alright, Joe.
I've completed your trial.
You don't have to report back to me. Seeking other people's validation won't benefit your training. Only you can evaluate the result of this trial. You'll progress faster that way.
Understood.
Xiao always has such strong opinions.
From tomorrow on, I'll start raising the difficulty of your training, so you'll have to...
Have to do what?
Another one of those pesky visitors. I'll leave him to you, Ganyu. It's also a part of your training.
Pesky visitor? So even here there are those that Xiao can't deal with?
Oh heavens! Blessed be Rex Lapis! I've finally come upon the Adepti! Are all of you the Adepti of this mountain? Great! My name's Sin Chung. I came to ask for your merciful blessings, O Adepti. I beg of you, please grant me luck, wealth, and a good career.
Oh, so it's a pilgrim. He can handle any battle, but talking to strange humans is a different story, huh?
I am also one of the Adepti. You can say that I'm an Adeptus in training.
Perfect. I didn't come in vain then. Although you sound a bit half-hearted. Doesn't matter. What blessings can you grant me?
Wow, straight to the point, huh?
Dear Pilgrim, you shouldn't jump to conclusions. Adepti don't help every pilgrim for free.
For free? Do you mean that you charge people for the blessings of the Adepti?
That's not what I meant. What I'm trying to say is that everything should be earned through hard work and earnest living. It would be unfair to other people if you got everything you wanted for no reason.
Hold on. I've heard this all before. You're just like my old man, always nagging me.
Your father must
It's
have
not really
experienced
nagging.
it firsthand.
It's called
The lives of
reality.
your common folk are
Slapping you
riddled
with
with
reality,
hardships,
buddy.
but are also full of joy. A person of your age should focus on work and family, instead of chasing after fairy tales.
Are you a real Adeptus? Why do you speak and behave like us city folk?
You're an idiot,
Sure you're
pal.
not one of those swindlers who pose as an Adeptus to cheat people out of their money?
Tell me that. You answer me the question when she has horns on her head.
How dare you reprove me? I bet you came here looking for the Adepti yourself.
Yeah, I don't need to.
Sorta have a point. We did come here looking for Ganyu after all.
Enough. Doesn't matter if you're a real Adeptus or not. You're useless. I'm leaving.
Alright, get lost.
Stopping you.
Same, Paimon.
Ganyu,
Agreed.
don't let that guy ruin your mood.
It's not his behavior. The things he said. He was right. I thought that coming back to Jueyun Karst and devoting myself to training would make me feel like an Adeptus again. But being questioned by him made me realize that But I'm unwelcome in Liyue Harbor. As an Adeptus,
It's true! Just believe us!
Alright. I'll go with you to Liyue Harbor. That said, I still trust my initial judgment. If I'm proven right, I'll return to Jueyun Karst once again.
Yeah.
It's a step in the right direction.
God, I gotta give these voice actors more credit for being able to pronounce this country's name. Because I feel like I can't pronounce it to save my life. Alright.
We're finally back!
I'm still...
Come on, Ganyu! We're almost there! You don't want to turn back now, do you?
I suppose you have a point. It would be quite impolite of me to leave the two of you now.
That's right! Where do you want to go first, then?
I've spent too much time in the mountains. The first thing that comes to my mind is the sea. Let's go for a walk in the port.
Happy to come with.
God. Alright. Whoops. Alright. Oh god. This is gonna be fun.
The sound of the waves in this familiar port. The smell of the sea breeze makes me nostalgic.
Ganyu, you didn't leave Liyue for that long. Why do you look so moved?
Well, I used to be so busy. I haven't taken a stroll around here in a long time.
Huh. That's true. Ganyu seemed to be working all the time.
Well, when I think about my time here, I've spent most of it behind a desk filing documents. It put me in a certain mood.
Good lord.
Similar to the one I felt during my training in Juyun Karst, in fact.
Why, isn't it little Miss Ganyu?
Aww.
I wouldn't have thought I'd meet you here. You were always so terribly busy.
This old man called her Little Miss Ganyu.
Oh my god. Wanting to resist saying this option is hard.
Please don't also start calling me that.
I feel like that's a good
Allow
number
me
of people
to
wanting to
introduce
call
Uncle
you that.
Tien. He is...
That's all right. Just tell them the truth. They have done so much for Liyue after all, and I am the one who has yet to introduce myself.
Uncle Tien is a member of the Liyue Qixing, the Tianshu.
What? This grandpa is a member of the Qixing?
I hope we get to meet the rest of them.
Hush now. I must ask for your discretion concerning my identity. Fishing in the port and strolling about are the greatest pleasures of my life.
Oh, I mentioned every old man
around
play.
by those armed guards.
Oh, I feel like
In
every
most
old man
people's eyes,
feels.
I'm just a forgetful and wordy old man.
Uncle Tien is too modest. He's been around for a long time. There's no one who can replace a person of such noble character.
Oh, little Miss Ganyu. Your kind words make me feel that my decades of hard work haven't been in vain.
Uncle Tian, a person of your standing should really stop calling me Little Miss Ganyu.
Oh, my apologies.
But you're still little.
It's not intentional, just a childhood habit of mine. Thank you for looking after me when I first ascended to my position in the cheese sing.
Oh, so you've been friends for many decades now, huh?
Oh, I was just fulfilling my duties as the Qixing secretary. It's nothing worthy of your gratitude.
Talking about secretaries... Oh, I don't know if I should bring it up. Ganyu, I believe you know my daughter, Huixin. She seems to be a bit troubled recently.
Yes, she works at Yua High Pavilion and she's my junior. How can I help her?
I don't know myself, really. She's all grown up now and doesn't like to ask for my help. May I trouble you to meet her at UAI Pavilion? She just needs a bit of guidance.
With pleasure. Solving the Qixing's problems has always been in my job description.
Gotta protect Ganyu.
Character, just like that, huh?
Ganyu didn't even notice.
Then, to High Pavilion.
God, the fact that this quest goes like pulls a full 180 is funny. Alright. Oh boy. God. Trying to stay awake right now is really hard. Oh, whoops. Walked past her.
Miss Ganyu, it's been too long. I don't know why, but seeing you brings me a sense of peace in these chaotic times.
Indeed, it has been a while, Huixin. I'm flattered, but aren't you exaggerating a little? I heard that you've encountered some problems and came to see if I could be of some help.
My father asked you to come, didn't he? Abusing his status as a member of the Qixing to trouble you.
Don't worry. I'm always happy to help a junior colleague from Yua High Pavilion.
Ganyu's not only a competent secretary, but also a great mentor.
So, what can you tell me about the problem?
Ugh, where should I start? I discovered something strange while organizing tax records. There are obvious irregularities in the tax declarations of two stores, Second Life and Wanyo Boutique. However, whether I question the shopkeepers or check their accounts, I can't seem to make any progress with my investigation. Without any evidence, my hands are tied.
I see. It's not uncommon for merchants to be blinded by greed.
Well, is there any solution you can advise?
Naturally. I've dealt with similar issues hundreds of times. Give me a moment to consider the best approach in this scenario. All right. Let's approach it this way then. Your enemy knows you best.
Huh?
If I remember correctly, Second Life and Wanyo Boutique are old business rivals, competing for market share due to their similar wares. In that case...
In that case... Ah! I know what you mean, Miss Ganyu.
Exactly. Let's start with Wanyo Boutique. The owner's name is... Bolai, isn't it?
Yes, you're right. Follow me, please.
God. Sheesh. There we go.
Aha! We meet again, traveler. And you must be from the Yuhai Pavilion? I suppose you're about to place a big order. I'd be honored to offer you my wares.
That won't be necessary, Mr. Bolai. Wanyo Boutique's credit is not sufficient to accept orders directly from Yuhai Pavilion. Should we need to place such an order, we would certainly go to Second Life instead.
What? Second Life? Ugh. That rascal Dongsheng. He's stealing all of my customers.
What a bizarre name.
Second Life's credit has always been excellent, and based on their tax records, their business is thriving.
Tax records? Thriving?
Huh. Is there anything you'd like to share with us, Mr. Bolai?
Don't let that rascal fool you. I know his dirty tricks best. If you don't believe me, show me his tax records. I'm sure I'll find something fishy in there.
You know Second Life's business so well?
Of course. Ugh, their every transaction makes my blood boil. I'd rather lose money myself than see that rascal make some.
Well then, please look over this tax record.
Ah, yes, tax
we'll
evasion.
Review Second Life's credit based on your observations.
I feel like that's every player in here.
I'll read very carefully.
People who spent thousands and thousands of dollars in this game.
By word. Ah, here, I found it. That exquisite wooden furniture set he bought from Fanmu Carpenters at the beginning of the year. Ugh, he even flaunted it in front of me. Look at the tax record. Not a word about that furniture. And he kept all the profit for himself.
I see. He must have gotten rid of all the documents related to this transaction. No wonder there was no trace of it.
I told you so. Just as I expected. Ugh, I can't wait to watch him squirm.
But, Ms. Ganyu, despite all this, can't he just flat out deny ever making this transaction?
He might have destroyed all the evidence, but I believe the supplier, Fanmu Carpenters, might still have some proof of it.
Aha, you're right. Master Lu from Fanmu Carpenters must still have the invoice.
I guess that's why they say don't leave a paper trail.
He wouldn't be swayed by the likes of Dongsheng.
I hope so. Let's go to Fanmu Carpenters. It should be near Chinksa Village. Thank you for shining a light on this case, Mr. Bolai.
Oh, please, that's nothing. I just hope you won't be lenient with him once you find the evidence. That's the best way to show your gratitude.
Burn everything.
I'm afraid I
feel like
can't
that would
go
be
to
the right thing
Chinksa
to do.
Village.
Just
It's all right, Weishin.
burn everything.
You can stay in Liyue Harbor and finish your work. Leave the rest to us.
Oh, that's so considerate of you. Still, I'm sorry to trouble you like that.
Alright. Alright. Alright.
Ah, welcome, welcome.
There.
How can an old carpenter like me help you?
What is with this
I'm
mustache?
usually happy to take new apprentices, but I'm afraid I can't take too many at once. But I'm always around if you're keen for a chat.
Kingsa really is full of lonely old people.
Hey, I heard that, Flying One.
Paimon, sorry.
Master Lu, we've just come to see you and ask you some questions.
Don't worry, I know. You're from the Yuehai Pavilion, right? Why would the Qixing care about an old man like me? Well, whatever. You said that you want to ask me something. Ask away, then.
You're very direct, Master Lu. I will be plain. We're looking for proof that Dongsheng from Second Life has been evading taxation. Dongsheng bought some furniture from you at the beginning of the year. Do you still have the invoice or any other record of that transaction?
Oh, it's about Second Life.
Conveniently enough, that invoice is burning right now.
How could I forget?
Sure enough, Mr. Balai was right. Could we perhaps borrow that invoice? We won't have any evidence to bring against Dongsheng otherwise.
Of course you can. But I'm not so sprightly anymore.
What's that supposed to mean?
I mean, he can't run around.
I only do my woodwork and display finished wares here at Fanmu Carpenters. As for old documents and such, I keep them all in a warehouse west of here. But some troublemakers have recently moved there, invading my warehouse. I tried to drive them away, but they just wouldn't leave. Since you need that invoice anyway, it may be best to get it from the warehouse yourself. And while you're at it, you can teach those louts a lesson.
So that's what
What a
happened.
word.
I see.
I'll leave you to it then. I need to get back to work.
Louts, he says.
Take back the warehouse, find the invoice. Time for us to show our stuff in a fight.
Wait, I think I saw one of those troublemakers. Ah, over there.
Oh, Paimon sees them too. It's one of the Fatui.
They must be plotting something against Liyue Harbor.
Maybe they're the scoundrels who invaded Master Lu's warehouse.
Poor man.
Ever since Osaya
What you
attacked the
saying,
harbor,
poor man? The old man
Fatui's
or the
reputation
Fatui?
in Liyue has reached rock bottom. We won't cause a serious diplomatic crisis by getting into some small scuffle with the Fatui within our borders. You need not worry. Besides, I can already feel their malicious intentions.
Should you feel bad for the Fatui?
Consider it my intuition as the secretary of the Qixing.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go teach him a lesson.
Maybe he should have done the smart move, and maybe, I don't know, not be in uniform. Maybe we wouldn't pick a fight with him. Hi.
Nowhere to hide.
'Cause I honestly don't feel bad. Yeah, I don't care. Like I said, probably shouldn't be dressed up like this. shouldn't be in his uniform. Just saying. It's like you're just inviting a fight. Also, try saying that to all the other guys who we run into. All the other Fatui you run into. Who just are doing nothing, and they immediately want to pick a fight with us. Yeah. It's like, keep in mind about, I don't know, the Harbingers and everyone we've met that's the Fatui. We've learned that trusting them is pointless. Oh wow. Must have did a lot of damage to him. Oh.
You scoundrels!
I think you've had enough. About time you tell us your plan. No?
Plan? What plan?
We just taught you a lesson, but clearly you weren't paying attention. If you don't spill whatever you're scheming against Liyue, we'll be forced to use harsher methods.
I'm telling the truth. There's no scheme.
If you're telling the truth, then why would you,
also,
a member of the Fatui, suddenly appear on the outskirts
really
of Jinxa village?
Doesn't help that they come from a country that
that
they fall under the stereotype.
About to
aka Russia.
Big berries over there.
What berries? I don't see any.
I must admit, I didn't expect you to come up with such a silly excuse.
It's not an excuse. I rarely have a free morning, and I heard that there were fresh berries in this area. Think about it. I'm here alone, and Jinxa Village is nothing more than a retirement spot for old people. What could I be scheming anyway?
Judging by how he's looking at us, it does seem like he feels like he's the victim here.
So you have nothing to do with the occupation of Fanmu Carpenter's warehouse?
Fanmu Carpenter's warehouse? Where's that? I swear, I only came here to pick berries, that's all.
So it wasn't the Fatui who took over Master Lu's warehouse after all.
So that's it.
I also feel that he's telling the truth.
Whoopsie!
I misjudged the situation and offended you. My apologies.
Besides,
until
we meet a Fatui who actually isn't going to either kill us or wants to do something suspicious, I'd rather not care.
Exchange? This woman, she's clearly aware that the Ministry of Civil Affairs wouldn't side with us Fatui.
Yes, precisely.
You don't suspect that?
As an alternative, you may try to solve this problem with force once again.
Paimon's in!
Darn you.
Bring it.
How can you wear that solemn face while bullying me like this?
And look what you guys were doing
back to my
here earlier. Get what they deserve, yep.
What a bittersweet ending.
I made a laughingstock out of myself.
Nah.
I might have spent too much time away from work. My intuition is not as accurate as it used to be.
No worries. It's always nice to teach the Fatui a lesson.
Yeah, no kidding.
Let's keep moving towards Master Lu's warehouse. Our goal is to get the invoice, after all.
Seriously, when are we gonna meet either a Harbinger or a Fatui that isn't evil? Like, when are we gonna meet one that's not evil in some way? Sheesh. Yeah, occupants. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, strange occupants.
So this is the warehouse. Seems like those troublemakers were nothing more than a few road churls. Let's show them what we got.
There we go. Oh god.
Don't blink.
Yeah. Jeez.
Don't blink.
Oh god. What would you, since we're right here? There we go. Where did we? Oh. There, quickly deal with you, because I want your nectar. Whoa, Jesus Christ. That was easy. Okay, I assume the other guy's alive. Oh, there he is. Speaking about alive.
I'll be fine.
Quickly do this. At her. Jesus Christ. Why am I doing? Yeah, no kidding. One time I have a team that doesn't have a Claymore user. Ay ay ay. Where's Clee when you need her? Hello. God, that never gets old.
It's all clear. Quick, let's look around for the invoice. This one is an invoice. This one is Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Good lord. Well, guess I gotta keep up on the coffins.
Coffins too.
Hopefully Chi-Chi's on in one of them. Alright. Oops.
We found it! Let's bring this invoice back to Huishin.
There we go. Oh yeah, I forgot about that side quest. Alright. Whoop. Oh, there's a chest. Forgot this chest is here. Nope, no, 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 ah, no. Also, did that just go through the floor? Oh, thank Christ. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's like that. It could be just someone forgot to texture that. or moved it, but I forgot to cover it up. That's probably why. Someone was just lazy, forgot to move that.
Ah, Ms. Ganyu, you're back. I hope it wasn't too much trouble rushing about like that.
I promise to help you, and I'll keep my word. Nothing to worry about.
Alright.
Look, it's the invoice for the transaction between Second Life and Fanmu Carpenters. We've brought it back.
Oh, thank you so much. Now we can solve this problem.
Agreed. How about we go to Second Life and have a nice chat with the owner?
Don't blink! Hey!
Alright.
Isn't it Huixin from the Yuehai Pavilion? I remember you. I told you that all of my transactions are included in the records. My tax declarations are scrupulous as well. I do hope that my business won't be affected by any groundless accusations.
Groundless accusations? Mr. Dongsheng, you seem very sure of yourself. But I sincerely advise that you cease this behavior immediately. It is liable to affect the fine you'll need to pay in the end.
No. I'm an honest merchant. I would never get involved with any fraudulent sources of profit.
Haven't I made myself clear? Mr. Dongsheng, you've already been proven guilty of tax evasion. I just came here to see if you'd confess.
What? Proven guilty? How come? That's impossible. Absolutely absurd.
He's talking without rhyme or reason. Must be crumbling under Ganyu's pressure. Time for the finishing blow!
Mr. Dongsheng, can you tell me what this is?
It's an invoice from Fanmu Carpenters. I'm Master Lu. I didn't...
Do you admit to tax evasion? This transaction was absent from the tax record.
I didn't think you'd find out. I didn't
the
leave
best kind of tax evasion.
Indeed. We wouldn't have found out if it weren't for Mr. Boalai's aid.
Balai? That imp from Wanyo Boutique? So he told on me behind my back. He's got his own share of dirty laundry.
Oh? Mr. Dongsheng, I'd like to hear a little more about this dirty laundry. Would you care to elaborate?
Do, please.
I don't think you'll need my guidance.
Patient?
Yes, thank you, Ms. Ganyu. I can take it from here.
That's good.
I must say, you're truly impressive, Ms. Ganyu. Your enemy knows you best. To think, you came up with this plan and executed it so masterfully.
It's actually one of your father's, the Tianshu's, old tricks. I just took some inspiration from it.
My father?
Pitting your opponent against their enemies and watching them drag each other down from an advantageous position. That's how Uncle Tian managed to keep his position in the Qixing secure for so many years. I figured that as Uncle Tian's daughter, you'd naturally grasp your father's strategies. So, I decided to use one of your father's tricks and play it out for you to see.
I can see it now. Clearly, I still have a lot to learn about my father.
I think we all have a lot to
really
learn.
Grateful, Ms. Ganyu. You're the kindest mentor I've ever had. Thank you.
Ganyu solved both Huixin's work and family problems. 2 birds with 1 stone.
Oh, you've helped me so much. You must allow me to repay your kindness.
That's not necessary. No need to be so serious. It was nothing, really.
Then let me treat you to a meal. The Traveler and Paimon are invited as well.
Is Paimon on the menu?
Your help.
All right, come on, Ganyu. Just say yes. Let's eat.
If it's just a meal, there's no reason for me to decline. It'll be my pleasure, Huixin.
Actually, I've already booked Senor Kiosk. I need a moment to prepare everything first. Let's meet there in a while.
All right. We dare not refuse such generosity.
Alright. Alright. It's nice if we get to go in here now. Alright. There we go.
Miss Ganyu, thank you for accepting my invitation. And as for the two of you, your presence is also much appreciated.
Sure.
That's so kind of you, Huixin.
Didn't really do much.
You went to great lengths to organize this.
Truth be told, apart from thanking you for all the help, there's something I'd like to tell you.
Oh? If there's anything I can help you with, just tell me straight away. No need to hesitate.
Oh, no, I don't really need help. Could you just listen for a bit?
With pleasure.
When I was a little girl, my father used to tell me many stories about you, Miss Ganyu. Even though I have the utmost respect for my father, I always admired how gentle and reliable you are. I've only decided to join the Yuehai Pavilion staff because I've always looked up to you.
I didn't know that you think so highly of me.
However, in reality, working at the Yuehai Pavilion turned out to be an arduous task. I can't compare myself to such an outstanding secretary like you. I often doubt myself as a result.
I disagree. You're a great secretary in your own right.
Thank you. Over the years, I became a mother, too.
Huh? So Uncle Tian is a grandpa!
Aww.
Influenced by my youthful ideals, she followed my footsteps and came to be a secretary at the Yuehai Pavilion, too. At first, I was worried about her. It's not an easy job, after all. To tell the truth, I'm still unsure if she's capable enough. But after all that happened this time, I've made up my mind to support her choice.
So, what made you change your mind?
The fact that she'll have you, Ms. Ganyu, as her senior colleague. You'll help her, gentle as always, and tell her your mom used to do it like that. It'd be such a beautiful moment. If it's not too much to ask for, she might still need your guidance in 20+ years, too.
The question is, will
Huixin,
Ganyu be alive around that time?
I never thought that I meant so much to you.
Just like when you showed me my father's trick. Having you as their witness makes people feel at ease.
Witness? It's true that I've witnessed thousands of years of Liyue Harbor's history.
Right.
All the changes it's gone through. The stories of its people. But I've always regarded it as nothing more than the source of my loneliness. Huixin, you don't know how important those words are to me. You've made me realize that I share another connection with the people of Liyue Harbor. Apart from my contract with Rex Lapis. They rely on me. Accept me. and long for me to bear witness to their stories.
Of course. You're irreplaceable to us.
This is very fitting.
That's right. That's why I can't disappoint you.
Hooray! Ganyu's finally cheered up.
Even if I've really been supplanted, I wish to fight for my place. I won't let you down. I'm going to fulfill my contract and keep working as the Qixing secretary.
Told you haven't
Regardless, I'll go back and see for myself.
Those options.
I'm afraid that it might have all become a mess during my absence. No time to waste. Let's get back to work.
And
good luck, Miss Ganyu.
Back to normal Ganyu we are.
Already? I'm still hungry.
Oh, I'm trying to think that scene right now. Ganyu's quest, I can't imagine what Act 2 and Act 3 would be. Can't imagine. Oh god. Act 2 and Act 3 is just filing. Just helping her file stuff. Oh my god. Come on, game. Ta-da! There we go. There we go.
Baisha, are you okay? Did you fall asleep standing up? Look! Look who's back!
Never heard of someone falling asleep standing up.
Do you even have enough time for leisure? It seems you three are a suitable replacement for me after all.
Not at all. We've been working for too long. If we didn't take a break...
We wouldn't have survived long enough to see you again, Miss Ganyu.
Miss Ganyu, we've missed you.
That's so kind of you all, given we've only met once.
We've been praying day and night for you to return and take over your duties again.
To us, you're like an adeptus coming down to the human world to save all life.
Forget all our envious complaints from before. Just free us from this strenuous work, please.
All right. All right, I see. Please divide the matters at hand into government affairs, business affairs, and civil affairs. Mark out the tasks that haven't been started, and those that are in progress. I'll take care of the rest.
Of course. We'll do it right away.
Oh, finally. We're saved.
I find it funny how we have two characters in the game that are basically
yes.
workaholics.
There's one more thing. I'd like to earnestly thank you, Traveler. If it weren't for your companionship, I would still be embroiled in my inner conflict right now. To think that I'd gained a human friend outside of work. It makes me happier than I could have imagined. I'd like to repay you when I'm done with the work at hand. What would you say if I accompanied you on one of your trips?
Sure, but are you ever done with work, Ganyu?
Yeah, that's the question.
Let's cross that bridge when we come to it, shall we?
Alright. Let's see. Might as well see what this turns out to be. I would have been very annoyed if that turned gold. I would have. Alrighty. Oh, I think we now have the side quest for, I think, the Jade Chamber now. I think we have the fishing the Jade Chamber mission. Yep, there it is. Yeah, I already know. Alright. Well, since we're here, might as well quickly get this out of the way. Ton of Mora. Yeah, no kidding. Needed that Mora? Here it is. It's in the ocean. Just gotta jump into the ocean. Quickly do this quest and probably call it here for today's stream. God, all I have left for this game now on this account is sad that now all I have is a few side quests and that's it. I'm a little sad now. Well, I guess until 1.3 comes out. What did I get the prompt for? Oh, is it? There we go. God, I wish I had Chi-Chi or the smaller characters. Because I would love to see that diving animation over and over. It's so adorable. Alright.
Hey, who's that skulking around?
Nobody. Yeah, dive bombing. That is honestly funny. That the little characters have a different diving animation. That is adorable. Alright. There we go. Yep. Just a bunch of Mora. Press the box. Alright. Alright. I need to double check that list of all the world quests that I don't have done yet. Hey. That honestly would be cool to see the Jade Chamber back. I'm sure they're implying that it will come back, but probably not anytime soon. Be such a cool thing to see. Quickly go check the bounty board. Okay, there we go. Let's see, what quests are we missing now? Got that one. Oh, I don't even remember where these two are. I guess I'll have to find them later. Because I'd rather just call it here for today's stream. And probably play more of this tomorrow? I don't know. Maybe play something else. I really don't know. Oh god. Rather get to ending the stream soon. Yeah. There. Yeah, it was definitely fun. Overall, hopefully nothing unexpected comes up tomorrow. That's all I can say. Bye!